Will and Tina, congratulations on this series. I've seen it twice. Tina, I love your writing because it's so funny, but it's so deeply rooted in these, human experiences that a lot of us experience. So congratulations to you, first of all. One of my favorite scenes, I have to say, is the beach bar. The beach bar scene. Will, no one told us that you could dance like that, okay? That was an insane dance move. Honestly, I just want you both to take me back to set that day because it truly seemed like a fun time on set.
It was super. It was one of the last things we shot. We shot summer last in Puerto Rico, so it was we really felt like we were running a scam. We're like, we better go to Puerto Rico 2 weeks before Christmas. Bye, family. And it was one of our last nights of shooting. It was really hot out. You had been practicing your b-boy moves a lot with Sarah Jenkins.
Yeah. Originally, there was what was scripted was I was supposed to jump through my interlocked arms. I don't know how.
We were worried that you would hurt yourself.
Yeah. Oh, I was worried I was going to hurt myself. So she taught me this thing that I somehow was able to do. What was
well,
the
you're
woman's
very
name
athletic, Sarah Jenkins.
Sarah.
You're very athletic and you're a perfectionist. So it's kind of like if we knew that you were going to get there.
It was so fun.
The funniest thing to me was there was this element in the script where I was supposed to ski. And they were like, no way are you skiing.
Universal was
I've
so
been
nervous.
skiing my whole life. I used to be on a ski team. It's like, there's zero chance I'm going to get hurt skiing in whatever we're doing. But 1,000 times more chance that I'm going to, do something to myself dancing. Of course.
And you did ultimately get to ski. That is you skiing.
I did.
Yes, that's so. Yeah, that was easily one.
But
of the
it was
best.
at the very end.
Yeah, very end.
When it didn't matter if I lived or died.
One of my other favorite moments in that beach bar night was there was in our background there was a bachelorette party and they were all beautiful girls, but there was one woman who was just like, I can say it because I'm a woman. Her body was banging.
Amazing.
It was like this stacked woman dancing on the dance floor.
I didn't
notice. But I turned to Colman and I was like, that woman. And Colman, without even looking up, he just goes, oh yeah, all her bills are paid. My favorite.
Oh my God, so good. I love that Alan Alda's in episode 2. Yes. That was such a sweet moment. He plays Anne's father.
Yes.
Was that always going to be your plan from the get-go to have him involved?
We were sort of like, would you like to? And we're just hedging our bets in case he didn't want to. And we felt so honored that he came. And that day, the on-set with him was just so joyful. He is really just a superior human being. He's just a spectacular person, and him and his wife Arlene are just the greatest.
Oh my God, I love that. I'm curious which one of your past characters and their friends would you want to go on a fun vacation with?
Oh, I would not want a vacation with Liz Lemon. She'd be no fun at all.
I'd want a vacation.
We used to go on a vacation with Misty and John George Peppers.
Yes, Misty and John George Peppers. The only thing we ever did together on SNL were weird couples and a key party sketch. And I can't remember if we're a couple or siblings or both. It's really unclear. It's very White Lotus.
Oh my God.
Very
White Lotus. What would Miss Norberry's ultimate vacation
I
look
bet
like?
Miss Norberry goes pretty hard on vacation.
I think
she and Mr. Duval probably go to a Sandals and really get their money's worth on the drinks.
Oh my God. Mean Girls is one of my all-time favorite films and one of the best screenplays ever. Well, last question for you. You hope that people take away from the series. It does leave with a massive cliffhanger. Are we going to see these couples vacation even more together?
We truly have no idea.
Okay.
But I hope people leave it feeling happy, and warm.
I mean, you surprised me with something big here that happens to one of the characters, but I did end up leaving feeling warm, and it was so good. Thank you so much for your time today, and I'm so excited for audiences to see the 4 seasons, especially my parents.
Too.
Oh, yes. Yeah, it's absolutely parent safe.
Yeah, it's parent safe. Congratulations to the 3 of you on this series. I've seen it twice. Each of your characters is such a vibe. Colman, I love it when your character, Danny, says to Kate, your face gets so loud sometimes. I died.
I love that line. I love the writing is so crisp and sharp and really acerbic. I love it. And only the way the friends could be with each other.
It was so good. And Colman, I also love how you directed episode 6, one of the fall episodes. Yeah. What did that enable you as an artist, and what did you learn about yourself as an artist directing that series and collaborating with the cast on that particular
thank you. It's funny because I've directed 1-hour dramas, and I thought the idea of a half-hour comedy, what can we mine with that, and I thought these guys are expert comedians, and I thought that, but we're also looking at all these other nuances of their characters in this episode, and I really want to lean into that, to trust that the funny will be there, and all I have to do is frame sort of the character moment-to-moment stuff between characters, and really sort of like have a sleight of hand. So I feel like to not be, ham-fisted about it, but let it be performance-driven. And I know that that's what I wanted to lean into, and I was very happy I did. And I feel like I just wanted, I don't know, it really taught me, because I hadn't directed in a few years television work, and I really felt like, I found my footing again, and I felt like, I do like being a gentle collaborator with my company, and it feels very useful in being in service to story.
Yeah, it's awesome that you got to direct in this series for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Kerri, you look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you, as do you.
Oh, thank you.
Spring, representing.
Representing spring here, yes. Well, I loved your character and how her guilty pleasure was playing Farmville. So I'm wondering, do you have a favorite, guilty pleasure?
I just want to fall into a ball as you say that, because it's all just me.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I was, when we got home after shooting, Tina, Lang, and Tracy it's just real. It's just real life. And it was a mirror, I think, for all of us in many ways. It felt almost like, was she watching me over the past, in sometimes an embarrassing way. But when I got home, sunk into bed with my husband after months of being away, and I remember the night when I got into bed and he started, to get into bed and get cozy, and I just reached for my iPad, and now I'm doing God knows what. But that's a guilty pleasure of mine. I would say that's the guiltiest pleasure of mine is mindless, but I also think I need them sometimes.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, me too.
We're still married. It's been 20 years, so it's working out. But it didn't work out so great for him, so we'll see.
I know. Well, Marco, I loved Claude and how positive and generous he was and how he could read people. And no spoilers, but I love that he, associated Nick with a butterfly. So what would be your kind of, spirit animal?
I think a butterfly.
Really?
Yeah. Yes.
And this was written perfectly for you all.
Yeah. Truly. And one of the biggest surprise was to discover how Claude was close to me. Really,
wow.
Yeah, because initially I was like, who's this guy? Is it dumb? What is this problem? And I was like, he's actually, he cares a lot, and that can become a problem. and I like to be, there for people. I like to be the life of the party. I like to be seen. I can be too loud though. But yeah, I think a butterfly might be probably my my animal, especially because it means change and
Very
renewal. So it's I like that.
A very ethereal creature. Yes. Well, last quick question for all three of you. Which of your previous characters and their group of friends would you want to do a vacation with? Your character from Zola, he would be, I know he's a vibe, but also...
He's a vibe, I would not want to go on vacation.
I know, but the Sing Sing group, though.
The Sing Sing group, I think I would go on vacation. They're a lot of fun. I would go on a vacation with them. I think that feels good, actually.
That feels good. Kerri, what about for you?
I definitely would not want to go on vacation with the Reno 911. The characters, not the real life people.
Okay.
No, Trudy Weigel would be no good on a trip.
I want to go on vacation with Trudy.
Well, I'm available.
Okay, great.
Would I want to? Maybe the cast of Wanderlust.
Ooh.
Who doesn't want to go on a trip with Alan Alda?
Oh my God, absolutely.
Jennifer Aniston and Paul Rudd, they're a good time.
With that movie,
and a bit more predictable than Trudy Weigel might be.
There you go. Marco, what about for you?
Well, I don't have a list of former roles, Four Seasons brings me back to acting after 16, 17 years. But I might say I would go on a holiday with my husband, who is the lead of the feature film that I just wrote and directed, High Tide, and was released last year.
Yes.
So I would go on a holiday with him. I think we deserve some me and me time.
That group is a
earned
vibe.
it.
Yeah. It was so fun to chat with the three of you, and I'm so excited for audiences to see the Four Seasons. And I want another season. I want to see these couples. We want to see these couples do more trips together, okay?
Drop a yes in the comment box.
Okay, great. All right. And I'm going to hit you up. Trudy and I going on vacation together. Kerri, come on, let's go.
Thank you so
Lang and Tracy, so nice to meet the two of you. And congratulations on the series. I love that the writing is so funny, but it also has these like deeply rooted issues that us humans, you know, can experience. So bravo to the two of you, first of all.
Thank you.
Yes, I love that Anne's guilty pleasure is playing Farmville.
Yeah, me
and
too.
Kerri was saying that that was just her in real life. So I'm wondering what each of your guilty pleasures are.
I'm so glad you asked. This is the only question I want to answer. So
Okay.
the reason it's in the show is because Lang and I are brain dead and we just sit and play phone games all
Okay.
day long.
We're brain dead.
My favorite one is one where I run a little grocery store and I organize the groceries at it. And what do you do?
Fun.
I mean, I
We
enjoy that
both
one
used
too.
to play Good Sort, it was called.
Yeah. I also enjoy one where I sort magic potions.
Oh, you turned me on to that.
Oh.
Magic Sort. We do that
Magic
one as
Sort.
well.
Oh my gosh.
And then
I
Lang
need
does
to
a
try it.
really hard one that I'm too stupid for, where you take kind of Legos and they get
like shredded.
shredded through a shredder machine. I don't know.
Okay, so just
Yeah.
like little like phone
Yeah.
games like
Yeah,
that.
phone games for like a deranged person.
Yeah, you know, like most people in our industry will tell you they do like the crossword. We
Yeah.
are just,
Oh, I would never. I only play these games for stupid people.
One of my favorite scenes was the beach bar scene where everyone's
Yeah.
drinking tequila and partying. Tina said you guys shot that in Puerto Rico, like
Yes.
towards the end.
We did.
What was one of the? Well, take me. I don't know if you guys were on set each
We
for
were,
both of
yeah.
that scene. Yeah. So, what was one of your most enjoyable scenes to film or just watch or be a part of?
That was really, actually, that night was really hard because
Okay.
a lot of people had the flu and were really sick.
Oh, wow.
But that was really fun being in Puerto Rico. Lang was sick. I was healthy.
I was
so
sick.
it was
I
fun
was
for
one of
me.
the flu people.
But it was
Aw.
really fun. You know, it's anytime you're shooting anything,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, yeah, all the crew get to be there, and so you get the vibe of. I remember they kept playing the track over and over again, and it was like you got to be at this fun beach bar in Puerto Rico at
Yeah.
night, and everyone's dancing and stuff. That was super fun to film. That was like a really good memory. And also just the pilot. I remember when we shot the day they all jumped off the boat.
Oh, fun.
was like just we were all getting to know each other, the crew too, and it was kind of like it was a perfect day, and it was the stunt we were stressed out about, but ended up being
amazing.
great.
Well, Lang, I love Never Have I Ever.
Oh,
As I
thank you so
said,
much.
what would Davy's ultimate vacation look like with her and her friends? Do you think?
I mean, she's so aspirational. Like, I think she would want to, like, you know, go to, like, the Four Seasons in Thailand or something. Like, she would just,
Yeah.
like, you know, she would want, like, ultimate luxury, you know?
I think so too. Yeah, that sounds fun. She can White Lotus it up.
I think she would White Lotus it up.
Yeah. And what about the 30 Rock crew? Where would their ultimate like vacation trip be? Do you think?
Liz Lemon would go on like a Michael's crafting cruise.
Oh my God.
Be like she would go on some sort of like middle-aged sad lady cruise, I think.
Yeah, Jenna would go to, like, Cannes.
Jenna
and
would
just
go
sort
to
of, like,
Cannes.
stalk around the
Yeah,
festival.
Jack would go to like some space island that
Like, only
Elon
billionaires
Musk
can
go
go.
to. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, so crazy. The show does end on a cliffhanger, which really surprised me. Are we going to see these couples go on more vacations together? And do you have potential ideas for future episodes?
I mean, we do, and if we are invited to make more, we would love to make more. Yeah. I think we would love to have a season 2. So
Would you bring on new characters or keep it the same?
I think we would keep it our group because you know that's like the heart of the show.
It's so
But we
good.
might have new
Guest
trips,
stars and new trips.
Yeah. What would each of your spirit animals be?
tiny horse, like miniature horse.
I love
Yeah.
that. Mine would be a koala.
A koala.
Eating and sleeping.
Yeah.
Just like a regular dog.
I love a dog.
Just like a
nice sweet dog.
regular, no
You've
breed.
never shown any interest in dogs.
I don't like animals that much. I think just a regular dog. It's like a basic dog.
A basic dog.
Like a Labrador.
Yeah, one of those.
You've never shown any interest in
mean,
dogs
true.
before.
What animal am I like, oh, I love this? I'm not like, oh, monkeys.
Yeah.
I bet if we thought about it, we'd
Yeah,
come
I bet
up
I
with a
could
better
come up with a better
Yeah,
thing.
okay.
A
Well, it was
fish or
so
something.
fun to chat with
Okay.
the two of you, and I'm so excited for audiences to see the 4 seasons. You two were amazing, and I
Thank
love
you.
the finale. I know you guys, directed and wrote that. It was the whole series was just so good. So
Thanks.
bravo.
Thank
you,
you.
ladies.
Really nice to meet you.
Nice
So
to meet
nice to
you
meet
too.
you.
I